We're here in Lafayette, Tennessee. We're with Clint Carter. This is his hometown, but you left. You're kind of the prodigal son. You've returned. Why don't you tell us kind of what drove you away? How'd you, leave this fine burg?
Well, from an education perspective, I had to leave to go to college. And then, unfortunately, about 80% of the people that live in Lafayette, Tennessee, or this surrounding area, travel outside for work. So I had to do that same thing. I spent 10 years with IBM servicing customers like Nissan, Toyota, Kubota Tractor, and VF, always wanting to come back home to make a difference for my community. I've always told folks that, I've spent most of my career as a consultant or a contractor helping someone develop a product for someone else. Well, this allowed me that opportunity to develop a product or deliver a product that made a direct impact for the residents of the people that I grew up with, my parents, the people that I go to church with, the people I see at Walmart or the ballparks, or go out to dinner with. Again, sometimes we see that as a bittersweet as well, because I never experienced the opportunity when I worked for these other companies. They couldn't just open up the phone book and find my name and say, "Hey, I got a problem. I got to find somebody to call." That's one of the things I've experienced here. Again, bittersweet, being able to be woke up in the middle of the night, because somebody's internet or somebody's TV doesn't work. But way I like to tell the people, that makes our products so much better, because they can tell me at the ballpark, they can tell me at church or at dinner, and then I can come back and make a direct impact to the experience they're having as a customer. And that's where I get my reward working here at North Central and working here in my hometown.
The company's transitioning. There's transitioned really from switched to IP, right?
Correct. Nancy White, our GM, CEO, she started in May of 2009, and basically she saw that change, that innovation, that change, and she wanted to come and make a difference for her hometown as well. She grew up in Carthage, Tennessee. Well, I come on board in November of that same year. We were lucky enough that before I got here, they had already started the process of going after a American Reinvestment Recovery grant loan, and so we were lucky enough to win approximately $15 million half loan, half grant for that stimulus project. And so we've been delivering fiber to the home, and so being able to get to experience that with a technical background from IBM, but also get to experience a fiber to the home. What we like to say is, you got Google coming to town in Nashville and some of these other surrounding areas, and somebody asks us, what does that mean that Google's coming to Nashville? Well, that means that people in Nashville are actually in a couple of years going to get to experience the same technology that you have today at your house here in the middle of rural Tennessee, rural America.
You were awarded a Smart Rural Community Award for that, but one of the things that you impressed upon me is that you're figuring out a way to help the young kids use this technology to stay here.
Correct. Again, we're involved in a lot of things. We're involved in the school. We're involved in Career Day. One of the things that we're actually starting in May of this year is a Tech Day. So we're actually going out to our schools and being able to show them smart technology like a Wi-Fi soccer ball, a Wi-Fi basketball, being able to utilize technology to show them, how to improve upon their skills. So we want kids to be excited. Again, what we said was, 80% of high school graduates, travel outside this community, and a majority of them do not come back. So what we want to do is encourage them to let them see what's actually going on, inside North Central. We give them tours of our data center. Let them experience what high-class world technology, can provide them to work on their iPods and work on their iPads. They may not understand where that Netflix come from, so that's what we want to show them. Hey, this is what's enabling Netflix to be delivered to your house.
Well, that's really cool, and it really encourages people from outside the area to move here. So you've got a lot of great assets.
Economic development is really what Nancy and I, are all about. What we've put in place from a smart rural community standpoint, with our fiber to the home deployments, with our fiber to the premise deployments for our businesses, we are basically just enabling their business. We don't know, the next Steve Jobs or the next Bill Gates might be already working right now in one of the garages here in Lafayette, Tennessee, or in the service area of North Central. We don't know. We don't know what they're going to do with that gig that's to their house, but we are just excited to be able to deliver it to them.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate your time today.
Ken, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.